I
Windows
think
11
so.
leaks. Are you upgrading,
Yes.
Luke? Are you going to Windows 11? You were Windows 7 diehard.
Uh,
Come on,
I
tell me about
was.
it.
I don't like Windows 10. I still don't like Windows 10. I only switched to Windows 10 because it got to the point where it like almost felt like a necessity, you
Mm.
know? Like it had been so long and like the support for I had moved to Windows 8.1 with a Windows 7 skin, but the support for Windows 7 or let alone Windows 8.1 was so bad that eventually it was just like this is just not good or really even okay. So time to move to Windows 10. I'm definitely interested. I usually don't like moving to operating systems early,
Hmm.
but I am also a strong believer in Microsoft's like every second one is good cadence. Um, so yeah, I don't
So,
know.
okay. Yeah, you don't like moving to operating systems early, but can I just make an argument here that Windows 11 is basically like moving to Windows 10, not early? Because it seems to be kind of the same thing.
Yes. Yeah, and that I mean that's true, but that is also how their like second cadence thing kind of works. Um, like 8.1 was kind of 7 refined.
Yep.
Maybe 11 is going to be 10 refined. Who knows?
Kind of feels that way.
It's been a little weird for a while, but yeah, I'm actually quite interested in Windows 11 or whatever the heck it actually ends up being.
Now,
Yeah,
you tried daily driving Linux for a while and ultimately
yes,
came back to Windows for gaming. But I don't think you've tried to daily
not
drive.
entirely. That wasn't actually the core reason why I switched. I don't know if you remember that part.
Oh, hit me.
I'm about to drive a bunch of people really crazy. Um, the work that I do these days is really not that technical. I need a browser. I need a word processor. I need an Excel sheet type thing.
Chromebook.
Um, I could work on a Chromebook pretty well.
Right.
The
Okay.
the screens would annoy me because I really use a lot of screen space because I put stuff everywhere. But I mean, I could figure that out, right? So like, what's really important to me is to be able to get into my work really quickly and to have the least amount of things in the way as possible.
Right.
And daily driving Linux, as much as this can drive a bunch of people nuts, included a lot of micromanaging things,
All right. Fair
you know?
enough.
And like as lame as it is, and I accept that part, I accept that part wholeheartedly. It's nice that everything just works. I don't have to do anything with it. It just works every time. I tell Windows updates to screw off for weeks at a time, and then finally grab them all at once, and everything's fine, and it does it for me, and everything's easy. It just kind of works. Like we used to use Discord for work. We don't anymore. We do whenever Slack's voice decides to just completely
Hmm.
crap out. So we do every few months. But we don't really use it for work anymore. And like updating Discord on Linux was just actually super annoying. It was fine. I could get through it. It just took significantly longer.
Right.
And no, I don't mean significantly longer as in like a day, but anything more than like a few seconds is too much because that's all it takes on another platform. So I don't know. I know that drives a lot of people nuts, but I don't care. So yeah,
Yeah, there's some people actually agreeing with you in the chat.
yeah. Because like
Okay.
right now, the fact that I'm on Windows doesn't actually help me for gaming because I run different users
Right.
based on work or not work because I find it easier to manage all my stuff that way.
Right. Okay,
So
that's
like
fair.
yeah. So it's pretty close to what I was doing when I was running Linux for work, which was just I would just boot into different operating systems depending on what I wanted to do. Now I just load different users depending on what I want to do.
I
So like,
was I was
yeah,
gonna pitch you trying it again now that Proton's a thing, but it sounds like there's just other issues. I think this person put it really well.
yeah,
Days Dream says, yeah, but when Linux doesn't work, you can dive in and fix it. On Windows, you have to deal with it until Microsoft suddenly decides to care about your workflow, if ever, which is a fair point. But then the very next chat, this is on YouTube, says, yeah, Linux is like a second tech job for those who are interested. Some people get enough
yeah,
though. And those are both
yeah,
completely valid viewpoints.
totally. The
100%.
issue is my
Yeah.
workflow is not going to break
And so this
because
is
like OpenOffice or Word are going to work and a browser is going to work.
and
And
this
it's
is Gaga's Amukti's comment. Isn't Luke a developer?
I used to.
He has like a
These
development
days,
team.
not so much. Yeah.
Go figure.
They are
right?
significantly better than me, and that's sort of the point. So I would much rather that they did it.
Yeah, pretty much.
We are in much better hands.
I was
Having
gonna
them do
say
it.
the platform's better than ever. With them running it. Well, you
And I
running
do-
it. You run it, Luke. You run it. You run it.